Joining me today at the Boundary Battle of Alberta is Rob Brown. Rob, thanks for joining me today. So first of all, let's just talk about what that atmosphere was like on the ice.
It was awesome. We do a lot of events like this, the Oiler alumni and the Flame alumni. And I don't know if we've been to an event that was packed like it was in here today. I mean, this is incredible. The fact that we're playing a second game because both games sold out, testament to everyone up here that put this event together. But there was a cool atmosphere on the ice, and it's funny. It's all for fun until it gets the last 4 or 5 minutes of a hockey game. Then both teams are trying to win the game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Everyone in the dressing room right now is smiling, laughing. That was a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to having some more fun in the second game.
Now, Rob, you didn't play for either of the organizations. Just tell me how you got involved in this.
Well, I've been home in Edmonton. That's my hometown for, I think we retired there about 16, 17 years ago. And the Oiler alumni at that point was, just starting to get going to do events, and they were looking for pros or NHL players that had recently retired just to help them out in some of the events. So I joined in 15, 16 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. And now some of these guys are some of my closest buddies. So we enjoy working together, enjoy doing all these charitable events. And I've also now worked for the Oilers, I think 14 years now, doing radio for them. So I was never an Oiler on the ice, but I've been an Oiler now for 14 years off the ice.
On the ice, you were a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins, where you scored 115 points one season. What was that like playing alongside players like Recchi, Coffey, and Lemieux, to name a few?
Well, I was very fortunate to play with some pretty great hockey players and even better people in my career. Mark Recchi I've known since junior, and he was a good buddy of mine, and I got to play with him in Pittsburgh. And then I grew up an Oiler fan in their heyday, so I watched Paul Coffey and Dave Hunter and guys like that, and I got to play with both of them in Pittsburgh. Then obviously to play with one of the greatest that ever put on skates, Mario, for a few years, obviously the highlight of my career. So I was fortunate to be in the right place at the right time and got to play with some pretty sick individuals when it comes to the best hockey players in the world.
Now, Rob, you mentioned that you played with Mark Recchi in junior. Your junior year, quite illustrious, having the highest single season point totals ever for the WHL. What's that mean? And just walk me through, what you were thinking as a junior player and that feeling.
Well, we always had good teams in Kamloops. They were a powerhouse for a number of years. And my final year in junior, everything went right. Mark Recchi was my line mate for half the year. Ken Hitchcock was our coach, and we were a very offensive team that knew how to put the puck in the net. I loved Kamloops. It was a great time. It was a great junior city. I was very fortunate to play with good hockey players there. And I'm a huge fan of the Western Hockey League. I'm a huge fan of junior hockey throughout the Western provinces. So the year that we had in Kamloops, the last 2 years were pretty special for me. And the last year, it's a record now that's, it's 30-some years old. So it stood the test of time. It shows you how good a team we had. They were able to allow me to reach the heights that I did that season.
Thanks, Rob. This is Rob Brown joining me at the Civic Center.